Today's video is the second part on compound interest. Now, those who have not seen the first part, please go through that. I have shown some shortcuts, some tricks. Most of the sums solved in the first part were by using these shortcuts and avoiding the formulas. All right, so let's go ahead with solving some basic problems using these shortcut methods. Now, those who have not seen the first part, go through it. The link is in the description box. Now, these problems will all be useful to the children who are appearing for their competitive exams. So, let's get started. The first sum, compound interest on 8,100 at 11.19% for 2 years. Now remember, whenever you are given a rate in a percentage, the best method to adopt here is the fraction method. So 11.19% is nothing but 1 upon 9. Now, how you get it? I have done this in my earlier videos, even in the profit and loss sums. Okay. Now, the principal is 9. Amount is going to be 10. As explained in the first video, the numerator becomes the interest and the denominator becomes the principal. Now, this is for 2 years. So, multiply these two to get the ratios. So 81 and here 100. So how much is the compound interest here? 100 minus 81, that is 90. Now find the compound interest on 8,100. Now this 90 is the compound interest when the principal is 81 rupees. So 19 upon 81 into 8,100. Okay. Now remember here, rate given in a fraction, use the fraction method. That's the best and the easiest way to do it. So our correct option is the B option. All right. Come to the next sum, a similar sum. Compound interest on 15,360 at 12.5%. So now let's convert to the 12.5%. 12.5% is nothing but 1 upon 8. Now those who do not remember, 12.5% is going to be 25 upon 200. This cancels directly 8 times. So you get this as 1 upon 8. Okay. Now here we are given 3 years. So the principal and the amount, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9. 3 times. So this will become 512 and this will become 729. So how much is the compound interest here? 729 minus 512. That is 217. Okay. Now this 217 is the compound interest on 512, which is our principal here. So on 15,360, it is going to be how much? Now this cancels directly 3 times. If you look at this, 512 and 1536, it will cancel 3 times. So you will get 217 into 30, 6510. Our correct option is the B option. Okay. Now the third sum is also a similar sum. So let's take 16, 2 upon 3 Those who have not done the percentages, I'm showing it to you again. This will be 16 threes are 48 plus 2, 50 upon 3 into this goes. So this is 1 upon 6. Like the previous sum, principal and amount 3 times. 216 and this is 343. So compound interest is going to be 343 minus 216, 127. So on the principal which is given to you, 127 is on 216. So for 10800, this goes directly 5 times. So 50, 127 into 50. Multiply, you will get your option as the B option. 3 sums I have taken, which are similar. All the 3 we have done only by the ratio fraction method. The reason is when the rate percent is given as a fraction, it is best to use this method. All right. Now come to a different sum. The amount is given to you and you have to find the principal. Okay. So let's take a similar method. We need to find the principal. So I'm taking 10% would be 1 upon 10. The amount here is going to be 11 and principal would be 10. Now this is for 2 years. So I get the ratio as 121 is to 100. Do I need to find the compound interest? No. So we can directly put the value of the amount here. 48,400. So how much? And you'll see that 121 directly cancels 4 times and your answer is 40,000, which is option number A. This was a different sum compared to the others which we had taken earlier. Over here, we are given the amount and we need to find the principal. Okay? Find the compound interest on 20,000 at 10% per annum for 4 years. Now, in my earlier video, I had given you some ratios, effective rate method. So, I'm going to show you 2 methods here probably. The first one is by the effective rate method. Now, effective rate method for 4 years. This is the ratio that you need to use. Okay? Which means that I can get it as 4r dot 6r square dot 4r cube dot r raised to 4. Now remember, how many decimals for each of these? This is 2 decimals, this is 4 decimals, and this is 6 decimals. You have to be careful with this. The rate is given as 10, so this would be 40. Now r square would be 100, so this would be plus 6 plus 4 into r cube. So this would be 0.4 and this would be 0.01. So the effective rate that you get is 46.41. Now have a look over here. Now mind you, this is only when the rate is given to you as 10%. For any other rate, you will have to calculate it and do it. Okay, now you can find your compound interest very easily. Effective rate is 46.41%. So 46.41 upon 100 into 20,000. So this will be a very simple calculation, and the answer is 9282. Okay, what I have done is I have taken the very simple effective rate method. Now, what is that effective rate method? I have explained this in the first video. Okay, so go through the first video. The link is there in the description box. For 3 years, for 2 years, and for 4 years. Generally, 4 years problems are not asked, but in case they are, you can use this method. Now the same sum I'm showing you by using the same ratio. Okay, what is this 4:6:4? Now these are the percentages that you need to take. So the first percentage is 10% of 20,000, which is going to be 2,000. The next would be 10% of 2,000. So 10% of 2,000 would be 200. The next would be 10% of 200. And the last would be 10% of 20. So you look at what I have done. We have just taken the percentages. Go step by step. 10% of 20,000, because that's what it's given to us. That is 2,000. Then 10% of that 2,000. Get it? How we are going step by step. This is 10% of 2,000. This is 10% of 200. And this is 10%. Now multiply this, each of these. So this will give you 8,000 plus 1,200 plus 80 and plus 2. So if you look at this, your answer is going to be 9282. Okay. Now in both the methods, what I have done is I have taken this important ratio. We have a similar ratio for 3 years. Now in case those who have not seen, for 3 years, the ratio is 3:3:1. And for 2 years, the ratio is 2:1. So depending on the number of years, you can solve the problem even by this method. So for 4 years, I have shown you 2 methods, and these are very simple methods. You can just solve your problems using these methods. Coming to the next sum now. If the compound interest on a certain sum for 3 years at 20% per annum is rupees 728, find the sum. So now what you have here is you are not given the principal, but you have to find the principal. You are given the compound interest. Okay, so let's take 20%. So 20% would be 20 upon 100, that is 1 upon 5. So now if the principal is 5, the amount is going to be 6. This is for 3 years. 125 here and 216. So how much is the compound interest here? 216 minus 125. Okay, now we know the compound interest. So if the compound interest is 91, then the principal, how much is the principal here? 125. So the principal is 125. So if the compound interest given to you as 728, find the principal. Okay, now if you look at this cancels directly 8 times. So how much is our answer here? 125 into 8. That is 1000 rupees. And a correct option is the C option. Okay. Now you could have done this by any other of the methods also. The present value of a scooty is 68,590. Its value depreciates at 5% annually. What was the value 3 years ago? That means before 3 years, what was the value of this scooty? The first thing which comes to your mind, since it's a depreciation, if the value is 68,590 today, that means 3 years before the value is more than what it is today. Okay? So in this case, what do? We take the present value equal to value before 3 years. So in terms of the principal and the amount, in this case, what we are going to do is find the principal. And again, 1 minus r upon 100 raised to n. Now again, you know why we are taking the minus, because of the depreciation. Present value is 68,590 equal to the value what we need to know before 3 years, and 1 minus r, so this would be 95 upon 100. Now this comes out to be nothing but 19 upon 20, and this thing is whole raised to 3 years. Okay, so 68,590 into 20 into 20 into 20, and this whole thing divided by 19 3 times. Okay, if you look at this whole thing will cancel 20 times, and your answer would be 80,000. Now if you have to use the formulas, again minus, you all know why, I have already told you. The amount is given and you need to find the principal. All right. A similar sum. The population of a city increases by 5% every year. If it is 32 lakhs today, then how much will it be after 5 years? Basically, I'll just put it in the formula. But this is a growth. Okay, this is a growth here. So this would be 5% means 105, and this is going to be 5 times. Oh. Now, if you look at this, a lot of calculations and all, be smart. If you look at your units digit here, Okay, it is 1. Have a look at your options. The unit digit is 1 in the B1. Okay, so don't even bother to multiply it. Straight away put your answer. How much is which is the correct option here? Obviously, the B1. Now, this sum could also have been done by either the tree method or the ratio method. Again, calculations are going to be more because this is for 5 years. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Now today I have taken about 2 or 3 types of problems and very simple. I have used the formula also today, only one formula that I have used. The others I have done by the shortcut methods, fraction method, tree method, whichever, even the effective rate methods. So those who are not familiar with these, please go through the first video. That link is in the description box. Okay. The next videos, there will be a number of videos following where different types of sums, there are almost 20 types, probably maybe more also. It is not possible for us to cover up all, but I will try to cover up as many types as possible in my next videos. Like, subscribe and share my video with all your friends. This gives me a motivation also to make more videos for you by using shortcuts and easy methods.